this strange world, hoping I could learn a bit about how to give and take. But since I came here, felt the joy and the fear.
Alright, hey, what's going on? This is Dan Keller again, and I'm wrapping up with video number 4 of our video series on the perfect mortgage approval process. Okay, so we're going to talk about the closing date today. We're going to talk real quickly about the good faith estimate, the settlement statement, and what you need to bring to closing to make sure that everything goes smoothly on that magical day, okay? So let's start real quickly with the good faith estimate that's issued up front once you find a property that you've made an offer on and it's been accepted. We're going to issue a good faith estimate based on that property and the loan program that we have decided to go with through a mortgage planning analysis. The good faith estimate is going to disclose the rate, the fees, and the total cost to attain that rate, as well as the down payment that is due at closing. Okay, so we take a lot of pride in our office to make sure that the good faith estimate does match the settlement statement or the final HUD. Okay, the final HUD is going to be issued 5 days, the estimated final HUD is going to be issued 5 days prior to closing. Now, at that point in time, we're going to review all the numbers. We're going to review everything to make sure that it matches up with the good faith estimate. We're going to contact escrow and have them produce the final HUD. So at that point in time, we're going to email that to your agent. We're going to email it to you, and we're going to call you, and we're going to go over the final numbers. We take a lot of pride in our office to make sure that the final numbers match what was disclosed on the good faith estimate. There's a lot of lenders and a lot of mortgage brokers that cut corners, and the rate and the fees and the cost for that rate up front don't always match what you get at closing. So use this video as our word. Reference this video to guarantee that we will provide whatever is disclosed on the good faith, and we'll match that exactly or better at closing. Okay, so now at closing, you're going to need to bring one piece of ID. We're going to need you to bring your driver's license to closing. The docs, some of the docs that you're going to be signing are going to need to be notarized, and a form of ID is required in order for the notary to do that. As well, you're going to need to bring money. If a down payment is required for your loan, you're going to need to bring cash to close. And what I mean by cash to close, you need to bring money to close. So it cannot be cash. It cannot be a check. It needs to be in the form of a cashier's check, or it needs to be in the form of a wire. Now, we will send you wiring instructions. That's the easiest, because you take a piece of paper, you walk it right into your bank, and you ask them to wire the amount on that piece of paper, which is your down payment minus your earnest money, and they will send it directly to escrow, and it'll post within 24 hours. So you're going to want to make sure you do that. Don't do that the day before closing. Do that a couple of days before closing when we give you that final settlement statement or final HUD. Okay? Now, if you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call. Don't hesitate. The last 5 days of this transaction prior to funding are very important days. It's where you're starting to plan with movers. We're starting to set up the funding procedure. And one last thing, one caveat, if you will, every bank nowadays in today's market goes through a final audit or a compliance review. So typically that's why we issue the HUD, or try to get the HUD out so early, so that we have plenty of time to account for a final audit or a final compliance review. So please be flexible there. We take a lot of pride in making sure we close on time. There's a very, very good chance that we will, regardless of an audit, close on time, but just to kind of prep you there. So if you have any questions, let us know, and we look forward to carrying you right into escrow and smooth sailing, okay? Bye for now.